tomorrow we get to work more on our book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving how the books is going so far.
Meanwhile, I jumped ahead like 5 chapters or whatever to do this.
That's fine because it helps understand the character, which makes it, because at the end of the
Mhm.
day, we have to understand the background and backstory. So you doing the flashback that is going to happen yet will help
I don't know.
the earlier
yeah.
part of the book because we'll understand more where your character is coming from. Because I know the backstory of mine. Now we know the backstory of yours. And for those of you that are listening, wondering what we're talking about, the way we writing this one, I'm writing from the point of view of the female character, and TJ's doing the male character.
Uh-huh.
And then if there's a scene where we're there together, we get to write back and forth, and it flows so much nicer.
That looks like an angry bird.
He's not an angry bird, is he?
Looks like an angry bird. Not like the bird's angry. The game Angry Birds.
Oh my goodness. Well, this is nowhere near done. Because what I do, the first thing I do is literally what you're seeing is I start playing and trying to see where I want the bird to be and how big I want it to be. Like right now, I know I want the bird to be bigger, so I'm going to be moving all this stuff down. I play with the color that's the base coat. That way, when I'm finished, you'll never know where this was. So, I don't think I've ever shown you guys this part. I usually start with the base coat done. So you guys get to see it. It's a lot of playing, going, okay, if I want the eyeball here and this is here, that means the beak needs to be down here more. And I'll bring it down more. It's a lot of futzing until I get the base coat where I want it to be. And then we make it a bird. That's one of my fun things I like to do.
I did not fall asleep until like 2 a.m. last night. It was fun. That's because I took a 5-hour nap yesterday. Like, I had a bad
nap. Wow.
I had a bad headache.
No, last night I slept like a baby for the first time in a long time because Friday night into Saturday I had nightmares, and then Saturday into Sunday 3 a.m. is when we had the storm that woke us up, so I didn't go back to sleep after that. So I was running on maybe 2 hours of sleep for 2 days, so I crashed so hard last night.
Except for, you can't really say I slept like a baby because because babies sleep so horribly. A lot of them
That's not true. My kids slept beautiful.
I slept beautiful too, but I have had babies have issues sleeping. Like
I'm sure some babies do. I don't go see, I have this thing. I'm anti-baby.
Clearly.
I don't like babies. Don't hand me a baby. Don't walk by me and say, oh, look at this cute baby. No. The only babies I like were mine. Everything else is somebody else's kid. That's over their problem. That's not mine. Kevin! Okay, I like that kind of baby. They can't see you, though. Okay, I like baby animals. I was corrected. But baby animals sleep very well, too. Okay, now the beak is too big.
What are you talking about, Dusty? I'm sorry. I distinctly remember you yelling at Kevin for not sleeping very well.
Oh, yeah, that's... Cinder slept really well. Kevin would not sleep through the night for a while. He finally sleeps through the night now, just like Cinder. And if he gets up, he's very quiet and careful not to wake us up. It's adorable. He's a very considerate cat.
Except for that one time when they decided to use the backdrop of Kane's work to just slide down.
That was funny, yes.
Oh, my anatomy and physiology teacher was a veterinarian for like 35 years. I told her about that. She started laughing. She was like, "Yeah, that sounds like a cat."
Yes, that is something they do.
Yep.
Oh, we took them for a walk for the first time. Remember how when Big Lots was going out of business, we were able to get the backpacks for cats or dogs, with the that you wear them and take them places.
Mhm.
They loved it. They spent the whole time looking around, curious. They weren't upset about it. And we even were able to take Kevin over to see Connie, which is the woman who found his mom and the 7 kittens. So Connie got to see Kevin. It turns out she did keep his twin brother David, and David, she says, is the same size as Kevin, just bulkier because he spent the first year of his life as a feral cat because she wasn't able to catch him. But now she says he's becoming a very nice, loving cat like Kevin now that he's been inside with her. So there's another one out there. So, but yeah, we're just gonna. It helps me if I can put more base coat down so I can see, do I have the bird I'm looking for? Because if I got the shape I'm looking for, then we get to start playing really with the paints.
She plays with the paints.
I do.
Oh, my mom got the unicorn that your spawn did. And she came to visit.
Did she like it?
She loves it.
Good. That is her top selling print. When we went, that's the only thing that's made us have table when we were at Pride. People that actually braved the mud and came to us, almost every single one of them, there was like 6 of them, bought the unicorn. So we need to get more prints of that eventually, but I don't have the funds to right now. The unicorn and my angry baby bird of judgment. Those are the 2 popular things. You know that big.
Don't forget to try to catch the wild hoot hoot.
Ooh, I can hit that button. So glad Corey gave me a button. And the music you guys are listening to, Corey, he released a brand new single today, and he says it's one of his best songs he's ever written. And he usually doesn't like his stuff. I have to agree with him. I love it. It's very good. And the album comes out, I think, next week. With my other song that I love on it, Dusty Rose.
It just sounds like you when it comes to your art.
What?
I don't like my stuff.
Nope. It's very rare. I mean, how many artists do you know that actually say, "Oh my god, I painted the most fantastic thing"?
I
None.
don't know many artists.
They don't.
I really don't. I don't know that many artists. I mean, like I said, I met the one at my school, and I was showing 2 people to cover before like the book even came out, and I looked at one of the people that is not an artist, and I'm just like, do you think this was digital? Do you think this is digital or paint? He looks at me, looks at the painting, and goes, digital art, and the artist goes, yeah, no. And he's like, artists have opinions. I'm like, oh, artists do have opinions.
I was actually accused of using AI. Someone took a look at my wolf painting and said, "Oh, it's AI. I can tell." I'm like, no. That took me a month. Don't call me that AI. They're like, "Oh yeah, you can tell because the nose is slightly off and this and that." And I'm like, no, dude, that's a print of an actual painting. The actual painting is sitting in my living room. But he walked off going, AI artist. It's like, oh my god, I'm not an AI artist. You can look at my VODs. That's what I should have done. I should have, as soon as he said AI, I should have pulled up one of my painting VODs and shown him that it's not AI.
It was so good. Only a computer could have done it.
Yep, it was so good. Only a computer could have done it. That's literally what the guy said. I was just. I know now I should have gone to my YouTube.
I can hear Dusty.
But at the time, I was just sitting there in shock, and he's going, "Yeah, I see. If you look at how the nose is, it's like I painted that." He's like, "Sure, you did. You have some very nice AI art here, but you need to learn better prompts." It's like it hurt. It hurt, and it's like there's no convincing him. I should have. I'm like, I can pull up pictures. You know, I even have a TikTok which shows step by step how I paint sometimes, which I probably should be doing here. So I don't know how people do those fast paint videos where they take a video and condense it into a little fast paint video. I wish I did, because that would be fun to release. But
you could literally send me the VOD of you doing this, and I can literally do it in CapCut. No issue.
I don't know how I would send the VOD though. The VOD's so big.
Email? Mm.
I don't know. We'll have to figure that out because if you could, that'd be awesome. Of course, it's going to be a month before this bird's done because, you know, I can only paint 2 to 3 hours, then I'm done for the week.
Mm-hmm.
I was bad with Kumiko. I will fully admit. With Kumiko's, I painted on Ash 2 to 3 times a week for the past 2 months because I wanted to get it done and I wanted to do it right. And it came out handy. The reason why it's done and you guys didn't see it today is we had no power and then we had no internet. So the entire time that was going on, I'm like, well, what else can I do? I'm going to paint Ash. So, so I worked on Ash until we got power and then we got internet again.
Yeah, that's horrible. Like I have a friend in Virginia Beach. Not fully Virginia Beach, but
In the
the
area.
Navy,
Yeah.
yeah, the Navy base out there. Um she had no power for like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, that was me. That was me last year. Remember with the tornado? Sadly, that's
Yeah.
going to be the way it is where the tornado actually hit out here, because there are people that are going to be without power for a while.
Mm-hmm.
These bad storms. Last year was the worst, though. I've never been without power that long, and having to talk to the Red Cross and stuff to to make sure that we had food and things. It was weird. You always watch that stuff on the news of people getting help, and then you never think it'll be you. And I didn't even realize it was me at first because the tornado happened last year. We got notification the bookstore was hit hard, so we just threw on shoes and we ran because my friend Al, Witch Among the Flowers, was working that day, and we knew she was in the bookstore, and we knew Julie was also working in the bookstore, so we ran to see if we could be of help. And we were, moving glass and helping and looking at the car that was smushed about foot tall and the smoke and the fire. We're just doing what needs to be done, not thinking about it because you don't think at that point. And then also this cart, this lady with a Red Cross uniform, and this cart just comes pushing this cart through the middle of it and hands me a sandwich and water. And I'm like, and I hand it back. I said, no, this is for the people that are part of the disaster. And she's like, honey, that's you. Because you don't think about that. I was like, no, give this to someone that needs it. She's like, this is you. How long have you been here? And I'm like, well, since it started. And she's like, it's been a few hours. Eat and drink. She was really kind because I think we all were in shock at that point because you don't expect to, have a tornado. There was a tornado in Clinton near us, Dustin. It took the roof of my friend's house off. She's homeless right now. Did you not see that? My poor friend Teresa has no home. There was a tornado here near us. And according to the guy that with the clipboard that was in my backyard yesterday, I had a microburst in my backyard. Yay! Yeah, no, sadly 3 people are dead. It's the first time we've had a tornado that killed people that were near us. But no, the tornado, what happened, what they're saying is the winds hit Rome with us. We had microburst. I think they said we had 30 microburst in the Rome area, and then it went farther and became a full-blown tornado, and it took off homes and destroyed a section near Clinton. I think it's called New York Mills is what got hit. Yeah, New York Mills. Because that's where my friend lives. Because when we drive, it's New York Mills. New York Mills got hit. So, yeah, that's us. That's why that's why they had this Roman the outlying areas. We are in a state of emergency. Governor Hochul put us in, and we're not supposed to be driving because of the flooding and stuff. You only saw hail. You're lucky. No, we had hail, the high winds. I watched a lightning hit a tree, and our tree fall down, and then all of a sudden the winds whipped, and we thought it was a tornado. So it sounded like a tornado. And in the morning, we found all the trees were just ripped apart, and then the guy with a clipboard came through that was surveying the damage, and he marked us as a microburst. We're darn lucky because it hit right out next to our house, about 6 feet from the house, but it missed all the trees and stuff, and the microburst missed the car and the shed and everything. Somehow we managed to have complete devastation in the backyard without hurting the house, the shed, and the car. We got very lucky. Yeah, no, I posted pictures on Facebook, Dustin. I don't know if you saw them, and in the Discord, the charred tree and everything. Because you can see where the lightning hit it. There's a reason why I didn't go back to sleep after that. Is I don't know. It just I grew up with tornadoes. This area was never a tornado place. As I said, last year's disaster was the worst disaster in the history of our city. So to have this become a normal thing, I don't want that. Nobody wants that. I cannot get this beak right. I'm gonna have to make him bigger just to get the beak right. Come on, bird. You're supposed to be rounded out. Maybe if I use a smaller brush. Let's get a smaller brush. Let's do this right. Not you. Get to the point where you got so many brushes you don't remember where you put the brushes that you want. There you are.
Oh, that makes it just a little worse.
It's almost like the climate is changing. I know. What made what a little worse?
Well, you know how it said 3 people died?
Yeah.
2 were children.
Yeah, I know that. I wasn't going to go into this. I didn't want to make things depressing.
I did. I went to look
yeah,
at it,
if you see the pictures, their house, the tree cut their house in half. And unfortunately, it fell on a 6-year-old's twins.
Ouch. That's not good.
And then
I just went to
yeah.
I was just
I wasn't going to go into the full thing, but yeah, no. It killed 3. So,
yeah.
but I survived. We survived. The microburst only took out the trees. Ironically, our downstairs neighbor, had been asking the landlord, can we have these trees removed? Because he thought they looked like they were rotting. So now the landlord doesn't have to do that anymore. So, and I've been hearing chainsaws, so I have a feeling that it'll be cleaned up soon.
Yeah. But I mean, the tornado last year, instead you say that you guys aren't, recovered. I'm sorry, it's been, 20 years since Katrina? Louisiana still has not.
Yeah, but Katrina's way worse than the tornado that hit Rome.
Yeah.
The devastation for Katrina is a whole nother level of bad.
What I'm saying, it's like, it's been 20 years. It's been, 14 years since the tornado in Joplin. They still haven't recovered. Natural disasters.
And Katrina is exactly 19 years. It'll be exactly 20 on August 30th. Guess how I know?
Because you like dates.
No. When I was pregnant, I was taken into the room to do delivery, and it was a terrible, terrible 24-hour labor. We don't want to go into that. But so I kept saying, can I watch TV to try to distract myself? I'm sorry, the TV is broken. Can I go in another place to distract myself? There's got to be TV. Yeah, because the waiting area's got a TV. No, we're having a problem with all our TVs. There's something with the service. And I'm like, what? Really? They kept lying to me, and I bought it hook, line, and sinker because, you're in pain. You're in labor. I give birth, and and everything's fine. It took a while to be everything fine. I almost didn't survive that one, and neither did Shay. But we got there. We did it. And I'm like, okay, can I see the newspapers? I want the newspaper from the day he's born so I can put it aside so you can see what it was. And the picture of the devastation of Katrina. And then I turned on the news because they finally turned on the TV and they're showing the bodies floating and stuff. I'm like, oh, shit. So, yeah. That happened on the day my child was born. So I know exactly when Katrina hit.
Well then.
I can tell you, and I will tell you for the rest of my days when Katrina hit. But I can understand why they did that, because that probably would have been not good for me to watch while I was going through labor. There we go. So if his beak is here, and it comes down like that, and then comes up there, and that's that weird white thing that they have. I wonder what that white thing is even called. And then there goes that. And right now the music you're listening to is Corey, like it's supposed to be. Gotta make sure those VODs get grabbed as soon as I stop so I can cut out the first 30 minutes.
Otherwise you'll get yelled at.
Yeah, I don't want to lose my channel. I don't know how Spotify did that, because it's supposed to be on Corey, instead it was on my heavy metal mix. Which is not good. Should have caught that. It wouldn't be a stream if there wasn't something wrong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see his neck's not. Yeah, that's what's wrong. His neck's too skinny. Bring it down. That's better. That's starting to look like a pigeon. Um, the ad breaks are only 3 minutes, and then we'll be right back. If you don't have a subscription or Turbo, I think it's called Turbo now. So
I don't know. I don't have Turbo. That's an expense that we just don't want. I subscribe to people that I want to have that I don't care about that I care about.
I appreciate that actually, because Turbo is $19 a month, and yeah, you get free ads everywhere, but this, the streamer gets very little of that. So, but if you really want to support streamers, do the bits. We get the most out of it. But which is why I've got my June sub goal, which pays the car, and then I have my bits goal, which pays the medical bills. And then if I eat toast, that goes towards the Dustiria meetup, so we could I can meet the people on the Discord that want to go to the Pennsylvania Ren Fair with me. Speaking of which, anybody that wants to go to the Pennsylvania Ren Fair and do the Discord meetup, there is a thread you can post on. We are going August 16th, and anyone that wants to go.
Push your button.
I'm pushing my button. It's a great button. Starting to look like a bud. That comes down.
Now it looks like a little turkey with a little thing on the neck.
Oh no, it's not a pigeon, it's a turkey. That would be a hard bird to paint. The females are not bad, but the males, that would be a definitely
gobbler right there.
It's not a gobbler. It's supposed to be smoother. I get that, but it's a rough outline. I gotta know where my bird's going. Because if I don't know where the bird is on the canvas, I can't paint him. But I think this is, looking right. And the easiest way to know that is we start putting in the colors. I'm trying to think though. If it comes down, I'm a pigeon. I think that's supposed to be that narrow, and then it comes down. I think I got it. I don't know. It might need a little bit more here. We'll find out. Let's actually put some color on this. But first I'm going to hydrate because it is very hot.
I can't even imagine.
No, what I can't imagine is when 6 o'clock hits and I go live, that's when it's going to be 100 degrees in my apartment. And I will have the green screen. Because right now I don't have the green screen. So I can have the fan on me. I'll have the green screen with the lights. That's going to be baked dusty. Maybe we should make it baked dusty a la mode and give me ice cream in the middle of it. No, probably just melt before you even look at it.
It would melt.
Yeah. So, the hydrate button tonight, make sure you guys are pressing it.
Except for the fact is we can't. You keep yelling because you keep, you suspend it for I don't know how long.
No, I have it for 5 minutes, I think it is, which is fine. Or it might be 10 minutes. So you can keep hitting it at that time. You don't have to hit it constantly. Just whenever it's refreshed, hit it again. Make sure I'm hydrating. I do not have sweat glands like a normal person, so I pass out. I have to keep drinking. So. Alright. Let's see, where's the black?
Ed, you won't see me on stream for a while. Don't know when I'll come back to it, but...
What are you talking about?
On Thursdays.
Oh, Thursdays? Yeah, well, I want you there because we are testing out the new Toast crew member. And yeah, and I definitely need you as a mod because I think everybody else is going to be busy playing and not paying attention.
Well, no, I'm talking about on stream,
yeah, on stream. No, on stream. Nope. Oh, we have Pyro Gaming wants to be a member of Toast Crew. They have applied and they will be tested out on this Thursday, to see how that goes. And TJ will become an alternate, which will give her more time for her college. And will be a mod because right now I don't know how much you've been watching other streamers, TJ, but people are getting hit with stupid bots again that are doing hateful things.
No, I did not know.
So far, knock on wood, I have not gotten one of those, but the mods have to be ready for it because that type of thing, even though it's a bot saying it, it still can get you shut down permanently.
Yeah.
You have to move on that fast, which I don't agree with. I'm sorry. If a bot comes in and does bad things, the streamer should not be held accountable for it, but it is what it is. Be ready with that ban button.
Yep.
Look, he's got a beak. Excuse me. I didn't even clean up my paint area, did I?
I walked out on my iPad. I'm hungry.
You're hungry. I'm gonna eat today, I promise.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
I'm gonna eat today, I promise.
I've heard that before.
I actually went and picked up lettuce. Our lettuce is so out of control. I've got all the neighbors picking the lettuce, and there's still too much lettuce. We've got too much lettuce, but I picked lettuce so I can have either a lettuce wrap or a salad later. I went out last night to make sure I got some because our garden, our little vegetable garden, completely untouched. A tree fell on our little tiny flower bed, but it should be fine under there. Except it fell around the giant hosta, which we laughed about. Let's go this way with it. Bring it out. There we go. Don't know why they have this white thing. I kind of want to look it up to see what the white thing is on a pigeon. Is it just part of their beak? Is there a purpose behind it? I'm curious. But we're going to start making this look a little bit more like a bird. Can do the work in project pictures to show purple. Yes, I am actually finally working on the pigeon. The game was called Hatful or something like that. That caused the pigeon to promise that I failed at for a little while, but I'm doing it now. So if it comes straight down like this, it needs to come out just a tad more, I think. Work this down. Some of the gray. There we go. How's that? That better? Let's see. But trying to think if I did anything else this weekend because with the power outage and everything going on. Did manage just to go on Kit stream and a little bit, and we did Phasmophobia yesterday. Did manage that because the internet came back in time. Won't be on Kit stream this Sunday though. We are going to go to the New York Fairy Festival. Any chance I can be to put on my wings and run around as a fairy, I'm gonna take it. Okay, I see what's wrong. The head I've got out too far. It needs to go in, so I may have to take the background and fix that. But it comes up. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. It's just not elongated in the back. Okay. So I'm gonna stretch. All right, so we have Bub. This is how it starts. And somebody's messaging me. I'm streaming. I can't take it. Don't message me when I'm streaming. I'm not going to look at it. It's probably like Cricket or something, or Spectrum. We're doing your automatic payment. Alright, so his head comes down like this. His neck is there. Oh, anyone that's local that's watching too, don't forget to a register for the free uh, dinosaur disco pride prom. I told Al I'd do a shout out for that because I don't know how many locals I get, but that is this Saturday. Completely free. You just have to pre register so they know that people are coming. You know what's fun, TJ?
Hmm.
Rob never went to his prom. Iron never went to their prom. Um, Lemons just skipped their prom. So this will be the first time any of them would go to a prom. Will be the dinosaur disco pride prom. Sounds fun, doesn't it?
Yep.
Iron even volunteered and went and made corsages and boutonnieres. Bye, Vin. Enjoy your work day. Thank you for coming by. I don't know who gets the corsages and boutonnieres, but they went and helped make them. I did not, because that requires 2 hands.
Dusty has no hands.
I know. I feel bad though, because anytime it's like the disaster strikes. We walk the streets to make sure the neighbors are okay, and we find big branches and stuff in the road. I can't help. I just have to stand there and watch while Iron and Rob pull that stuff to the side. Yes, Rem, it's a bub. A bub. This kind of bird. I think is almost every continent except Antarctica. It's a pigeon. Though some people call them doves. But I think is the eyeball in the right spot? Because if the beak comes up to there, comes over. No, I think it's right spot. Get a little bit of white, and we'll put that little line in that I'm thinking about. So it comes. Okay, the beak comes up. This comes up. And it goes this way, which means this needs to be a little bit wider. One thing I like about painting the birds, I learned that so many birds have colors you don't expect until you get close to them. Because from a distance, it's like, okay, pigeon is gray, it might have a little bit of purple. The one I'm going to paint actually has iridescent purple and pink and teals. Pigeons are actually quite beautiful if you get close and look at them. I know people like to call them nature's sky rats. They're pretty.
They are sky rats.
They are sky rats. Are you not a pigeon lover either?
No, they're just sky rats. They are, technically. I'm fine with pigeons.
We call them the pigeon mafia here because if you put out food, they gather and they'll cluster on the wire waiting for the food or on the rooftop in huge clusters and just stare at you. But usually the one pigeon will show up first and look around, and then within 5 minutes you'll have a swarm of them. The pigeon mafia. They're everywhere. They're watching. That's there. But everyone knows I've been painting almost a year now, this style painting, and they're almost 100% birds. I only have very few exceptions. Because to paint an animal, a mammal, with the fur patterns and stuff, it takes a lot more effort for my hand, and it takes a lot longer. Like it's like Kumiko, her dog took 2 months. So and birds are just easier, and a lot of people like to have birds on the wall. It's not that I won't do another mammal, because I will. It's a matter of time before I paint something else, but
Yep.
Probably the next book cover.
You know what? You're gonna end up painting like a Cinder lookalike.
Why?
Because it's probably gonna be an orange cat.
I don't have a flying cat in there yet. Do you? And but actually,
Not
it won't.
yet.
But it can't be a flying cat anyway because the flying cat is for that specific culture and race. The main character in this would not be able to bond with that. But I could have one in there that nobody can touch. But no, the book cover this time will be either whatever animal we have Colton adopt, or it probably will be a griffin. So we'll have to see. First, we have to write the book, and then I can look and see what I want to paint. That'll work for it. We got lucky with Malik because Eclipse. We already knew what Eclipse was from book 1.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone knows I wanted to paint a flying penguin. That's just a given. And I can't wait to see what we end up throwing into book 2 whenever TJ doesn't pay attention.
I paid attention and perfectly fine with the penguin.
You weren't paying attention to me, and I went, I'm going to throw a flying penguin in here. And you went,
And
what?
I go, okay.
No, first you went, what? I'm like, flying penguin. And you went, okay. Flying penguin got thrown in. When TJ starts scrolling through TikTok, that's when I start going with weird things in the book. That's something I have not done. I have not looked at social media this weekend because of with everything going on here with the floods and stuff. I have not looked, which is probably a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Probably will later, but not now. Now is painting and chatting. People getting to know us.
And we have about an hour left.
And try to make a pigeon look more like a pigeon.
Still looks angry.
It's going to, just because pigeons, at least around here, a majority of them have red eyes. So he's going to look angry no matter what we do. Because we automatically, humans by nature, you see red, you automatically think it's danger. So, he's going to look angry because he'll have a red eye. Just how we see things. It's fascinating though, isn't it, that the red can cause such a, feeling? Because red can go two ways. When you look at something, red either is danger, or it means in your mind like a power, which is why you wear a red tie. If you're going to an interview trying to, show that you're, big, toss and tough and smart. But yeah, if you see red in another situation, it's a danger. Stop, back off. It's neat. And then red, for humans anyway, is the first color that disappears at night. So if you're truly trying to disappear at night, you don't wear black. Black stands out. You wear mottled grays and reds, and you'll be just gone. I did that at a LARP once and got stepped on by a beholder that didn't see me. That was fun. One of these days I should do LARP stories. And tell you guys the strange things that happened to me at LARP. But yeah, I got stepped on by a beholder, and the beholder didn't see me. But you know how hard it is to be quiet while your hand is being stepped on by a very big beholder? That hurt. You just did first. We're over an hour in.
Leave me alone. I didn't even notice it until now.
That means nobody else has done second. That's good. That's good. Alright, so we're going to do this. I'm worried about the shape of the head is wrong, but it just could be me. Because, I don't know, is it too fat a head? Well, I can't ask you. You always go, you're the art. I don't do art.
I do not do art.
You do not do art. So anybody that looks at the books and sees any of the page mark, the things that switch the the symbols or the book covers or the character art, it's all my fault. She made me choose it.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I've had an artist come back to me with, she says that she doesn't do anything. You have to do this.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Go talk to Dusty.
Yep, I get that a lot. But thankfully, the artists that you pick are real easy to work with. So if I have an issue, they don't yell at me. They immediately go, "Oh, you're right. Let's do this." So it's like if you buy Malik from TJ through our, do we have it set up for the website yet?
No.
Yes, we
Remember-
do. Not Malik though, because you didn't have it. You don't have the copies
No, because Amazon decided to just with us.
Okay. So eventually it'll be on our website. Right now on the website though, you can buy book 1 from us that's signed. And if you need a link to the website, I'm sure TJ can just type what the website is. Right, TJ?
No,
Because I know it's tdauthors.com.
uh-huh.
And if you're looking for my art merchandise, there is an Etsy and there is a TeePublic that you can get Dustiria art on. Depending if you're looking for, actual prints and paintings, or if you're looking for t-shirts and junk like that. I've got it both ways. TeePublic actually had a huge sale this weekend. I almost bought one of my daughter's art on a t-shirt, but I was informed, Mom, no, that's for other people. Don't you wear my art. But I like their art. Alright, so that's starting to look like a beak. Alright, so I think if I take a little bit of the gray and mix it with the black, I'll be happy. Where's the other gray that was? Come here, you. Oh, that is brown, Dusty. We are not... I want the gray. There it is. Almost put brown down. That would have been funny. Oh, geesh. Who did that? Someone just jump scared me with a Phasma sound I was not ready for. Is that Gothic? Yeah, that was Gothic. Hi, Gothic. You haven't been to it. Gothic used to be one of the main people at my paint streams back when I was doing pretty much just the landscape with a tree. He's the one who told me I could do more and had me do gnomes. There's 4 gnomes actually here that are his that are waiting for him someday. And of course, branching from gnomes into birds, that was, Al actually told me to paint something other than the landscape. Because my landscapes weren't selling. Yeah, I gnomed you. You know me. You're the one who made sure that every single one of them had a floating fruit balloon. But how you doing, Gothic? Good to see you. All hail the space banana. Oh, I forgot about the space banana. There was one time where I put down a canvas and said, okay, everybody, you tell me what you want me to paint. And we ended up doing an outer space fruit thing. That was just out. It was wild. I forgot about that. Now I just paint, but when someone says, hey, paint a pigeon, a year later I might do it. Check the sky because the clouds and the wind is scary, but so far you're fine. That is good. Stay safe. I'd rather have a storm happen during the day when I can be prepared for it. I would say that's the only reason why I think people died in this storm. We had no warning. Our phones didn't go off like normal, but, the National Weather Service did get cut. So there was nothing saying, hey, there's a tornado imminent or bad weather. We just woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning to the storm, and that's a terrible way to do it. I'd rather have a daytime storm where I can see it coming. I get my notification on my phone. I take cover in the basement rather than lay in bed in fear.
Oh, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. Yeah, you see a funnel, you close the windows. And do you have a basement? I don't, because I never asked if you have a basement at your house there in Germany.
Europeans don't normally have them.
Some do, some don't.
Wow.
Yep, see? So, hit the basement if you see a funnel. Don't wait. Grab your family and basement time.
Or you could be like a true Midwesterner and just step outside and drink beer.
I'd rather not die, thank you very much.
Because we did that. I did that in Missouri when there was a tornado warning. I was just like, I don't smell a tornado. And everyone's like, how do you not smell a tornado? They said it's a tornado. And I'm just like, because there's the smell.
When there's a warning, there is a tornado, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's where you are. It's within a I think it's a 10-mile radius.
Yeah, except for the fact is I can smell a tornado within 10 miles.
So,
it wasn't there.
But that's okay.
It wasn't there. It was funny because like 2 days later they came back with, oh, there never actually was a tornado. We just were over prepared. And I'm just like, why? Because we're stupid.
Yeah, the same thing here, Gothic. Our old homes were used to store food too. That's why we had basements. When I was growing up, we had the basement, and then into the side of the hill we had in the basement was a well, we called it the root cellar. That thing was terrifying because the door was maybe 2 foot by 2 foot, so adults had a hard time reaching fully in there, so they'd send us kids in there, and it was dark, and can't imagine why I have claustrophobia. I just can't imagine where that came from. So we'd have to crawl in there, and half the time the potatoes would be growing and mushy, and we had to get rid of it, and it's just, I hated the root cellar. Hated it. Rather warn too much than too. Yeah, it's exactly. Yeah, that landslide is amazing. The people were actually pulled out before it happened. Well, it's like here, when we had the Category 4 tornado did not kill a single person in Rome last year because we were warned. The category, I think it's a Category 2 that came through on New York Mills yesterday.
Oh.
No warning. And people died. So, yeah, the weather service is very important. And people paying attention to the warning is very important. That's why this time of year, now that we know tornadoes are a thing, because they never used to be a thing here, but now that we've had 2, it's a thing, the cat carriers live in the living room ready, so that if the phones go off, we can just scoop them and take them with us. And half the time they're sleeping in the cat carriers anyway. They love sleeping in their cat carriers. They're so happy they live in the living room now. But there we go. It's starting to look like a pigeon. Do you have pigeons where you are, Gothic? Yeah, I think I need a bit more back here. Let's bring that out a bit more. Pigeon. Let me get a little bit of water on that too. Tons of pigeon. At least one pair has a nest in your trees again. Nice. I love that pigeons are pretty much universal. Their colors will be different. Like I don't know about yours. Ours here are predominantly gray with white markings on their wings, but their necks are gorgeous. They're iridescent purples and blues and pinks. When the sun catches them, it's stunning. So this one here, of course, is going to have that. It's gonna be a challenge though. I don't think I've ever done the iridescent on a bird. So flaming purple for this, even though she's asleep this time of day. She's like, why do you do them early? Purple will actually set an alarm to go for story time, though, because she really enjoys the story we're doing on Saturdays. Yours have green necks. Yeah, they are. Ours are curious, too. And I kind of want to see yours. Hey, Gothic. I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Oh my god, Dusty.
I'm talking about pigeons.
No. Stop. Stop. Stop.
Danger. Dusty is now unfiltered. Proceed with caution.
What?
He just played Dusty's Unfiltered.
Oh, okay. Good.
Good, you say. Oh, me unfiltered? Are you kidding? That could never happen. Oh. But yeah, no. I'd like to see the green neck. That sounds interesting. You'll be able to see what ours look like from, hopefully, my painting. Which is not AI, Mr. AI dude. I'm still mad at you and Utica. Guy.
Well, darn. Cat goes, I'd be there if I wasn't at the office today. Gothic. It's called work time fraud. Do it.
Rum taps the sign. I don't have a sign. Katuki has the sign. I have the noise that gets played. Katuki's got the sign. I do not have the sign. Let's start playing with that little bit more color. Grab one of my... Well, you can't tap the noise. That is true. Yeah, it's okay. You can tap the sign. Somewhere Katuki is asleep, rolling over going, why do I feel like Dusty was bad again?
Because Dusty was bad. So I bought the sign.
So you brought the sign over. That's fine. That's fine. It is canon over in Kit's World, and I am in Kit's World every Sunday, except for the one coming up one. I already warned her about this one. I warned her about the one in August when we do the Discord meetup. I will not be there for those. Wish I could kidnap Nay for the Discord meetup, but he can't get the time off.
See, we're going to Missouri for Thanksgiving instead of late July, so...
Yep. I'm never asking you to come to the Discord meetup. It's too far for you. Now, when you move to Ohio, you can be the one bringing my cutout, because if I move to where I want to move to, I won't be going to the Discord meetup, but you guys can keep having it. We'll just have a cutout Dusty there.
No, see, we'll have someone paint a real-life Dusty head.
Just carry that around the fair and freak people out.
It's a headless Flora.
Oh, that would be bad. So, if everything goes right, this will be the last Discord meetup I show up to, but it will still keep going because you guys are having fun with it. Unless I, manage to afford flight tickets so I can go. But that's a next year's problem. This year's problem is getting the money to go. I had to charge everything because the hotel rooms. Well, a hotel room. I made a deal with Frank, so I don't have to pay for that. I have to model for him for 4 hours for his portfolio in exchange for the room. But he found that all the rooms are booked except for one place. So we got lucky. We have a room that's close by. And same thing with the rental cars. He's like, you better book your rental car now and get the tickets because you have to buy the tickets online ahead of time as well. So I charged everything and I'm just going to pay it all off. So I'm working here. I got streams to raise funds. I've got an 11-hour stream coming up. I'm going to be selling art at a block party. I'm working here. And then for fun, I've got my books with TJ.
Except for the fact is, it would be kind of cool not to have it for the cover, but to still have the flying cat to go in the print.
Well, there's no flying cat in the book. Where's this flying cat?
There will be. There is. Colton's gonna try to adopt, and then.
Oh, he's gonna try to adopt and have it fail. Yeah, but that's only one scene. I don't know. We'll have to see. You might be able to convince me to paint a flying cat eventually, but right now I've got to do a pigeon. Gotta do a pigeon. But yeah, no, I probably could do a flying cat, I guess. What'd you make the flying cat look like?
Cinder.
Of course, it looks like Cinder. So I gotta paint Cinder
I
with
like orange
wings.
cats. I like orange cats. They're the dumbest cats I've ever met.
Well, mine is more so because poor Cinder. His father is his brother. It did not go well for him. I love him to pieces, but he is not the smartest thing. It was like last night. He's catching a moth, right? He catches the moth. He eats it. And then he starts lifting up his paw looking for where it went. It's like, honey, you just ate it, but he kept looking for it. It's like, I love him, but he's not your smartest thing. And but you know, I'm glad I adopted him because the woman who had him, nobody wanted to adopt him and his sister because they're inbred, and she was trying to figure out if she was going to dump him or what. Because I saw her Facebook post on it, so I went to the side of the road and met her and got handed a 7-week-old Cinder. So I was not going to let him be dumped somewhere. I just looked at the picture and was like, nope, that cat's meant to be mine. I don't know why. But I'm going to drive all the way up to Utica. Meet a stranger. Get handed a little tiny cat. And I am so glad he did. He is such a good boy. I wonder where he is right now, though. He's not as cool he met. I bet you I'm betting you Kevin broke into the kids' room and both cats are in there because it's cooler because the kids' AC works. That's one nice thing is the ACs in the bedroom work. So Rob working is cool and the kids are cool. Only I have to deal with the heat. And I can do this. Because one, I get to talk to all of you. And two, I'm a survivor. We know this. I can handle heat. I've got my water right now. I've got this one because this is the only one that fits well where I'm working. And the water bottle for the rest of the day, my normal one is, I think, behind me. Yeah, it's over there. So I'm hydrated. I'm keeping myself safe. I'm painting a bud for all of you guys. So have you found another car to look at, TJ? Hey, Zed! How are you doing? That's a surprise. Hi. What are you up to on this wonderful, broiling hot day? At least it's broiling hot here. You got it right this time. Yes, you did. Welcome to the only paint stream that I do every other Monday. I am doing better. We had a very severe storm yesterday. We had a microburst take out 3 out of 4 of the trees in the backyard. And we got a state of emergency going on, but we luckily have power and we got our internet back, obviously. So we're doing better than a lot of the city. But yeah, it's been an interesting time, Zed. How about you? It's up the other side. Here we go. Ooh. What is the temperature in here right now? Here's my handy dandy thermometer. Oh, cool. We've actually dropped a few degrees in here. We're only 80.
Meanwhile, I'm not going to turn on my air conditioner.
Like, brag. You gotta win $899.
I could go jump in the pool.
Oh, you even brag more. Somebody win the lotto and send me an $899 AC. Planning your schedule for the week? I can tell you my streaming schedule. Let me see. Do I have anything else this week? I got the streaming schedule. Oh, I got the Dinosaur Disco Pride Prom at New York Ferry Fair, the festival this weekend. So, but during the week, this week is Every other week I have 6 streams. This is my 6th stream week. So, isn't that fun? So hopefully you have fun stuff scheduled for your week. They still haven't fixed Rob's schedule, by the way, TJ.
That sounds accurate.
They're saying they can fix it in July, so we'll see what happens. Hi, honey. I'm working on Bub. Yeah, because I was gonna do the little canvas, which I don't even know where I stuck it, but people said it was too small to see. Yeah, I was gonna. They said that my.
Oh, okay. But that one can still be done.
Yeah, so I can't paint the tiny canvas. So we're doing the bigger burb. He's on break. So that's one thing that's different about the painting with Dusty Streams. One, you can ask me questions about anything in my past and I will tell you about it. And two, it's more relaxed. Rob will step in, or my spawns will step in and talk, you know, because it's, you know, I'm open. There's no green screen. You are looking at my living room and judging me. Okay, maybe you're not judging me. And keeping pretty nice, working on Shorty to see how it goes, trying to make sure I focus on design stuff for any of my channel. That's what you gotta do. I mean, if you want to be a full-time streamer, you gotta put in the effort, and I know you do. Because I know that's what I do. This is my job. All my income comes from streaming. And I thank each and every one of you guys for that. Because without you guys, I wouldn't be paying the car payment. I wouldn't be paying the medical bill. I wouldn't be doing the Dustiria Discord meetup and meeting some of you guys in person. You know, you guys make so much happen. And I appreciate every bit of it. 'Cause I still haven't got the bill from when I had to go to the emergency room last week or the week before. Scared to see what that's going to be. There we go. But we're just going to bring this across, and I think we need a little bit more white. Where's the white? So. But yeah, no, I'm surviving. This weekend was definitely hectic when it came to the weather. But the landlord's already getting the trees taken care of in the back, so we'll be able to park back there again. The neighbors are going to fix their fence so they can not have their chickens running loose. That's the one thing I can't do. I know a lot of streamers try to give back and what they make and stuff. I can't. I'm disabled. This is my income. I feel bad. I would love to help other people, but I can't. I hate being disabled. But it is my life and I have to accept it. So I'm very open with where the money goes. It goes to paying bills. Mostly medical. Our insurance is an 80-20 plan. And that sucks.
Yeah, that kind of does suck.
That's why I'm scared of that urgent care visit. It's going to be obnoxiously high. Especially since they had to do the EKG and everything. So, never get cancer in your hand, brain damage, and your spine disintegrating because you can't do much. That's why I only do every other week paint stream, because once we're done with this painting, my hand's going to hurt for a good 2-3 days to the point where I can't use it. It's also why the games you see me play are almost all keyboard left hand. I find ways. But I don't want to give up painting, so... Oh, I love that balloon dog.
So do I.
They're not easy to make. I tried. They had the long balloons at the Dollar Tree once with the thing to inflate them, and I couldn't. And I was able to inflate the balloons, no problem. But to twist them to look like a dog, could not do. I broke them every single time. So I just gave the kids the balloons straight and said, hey, look, for the birthday party, you guys all get worms. And they like that, so. I can make worm balloons. I should do that music thing too. The music you guys are listening to is by Corey Legendray. Um, he is he's got a single released today that is amazing, which you can find on Spotify. So make sure that you give a listen, because just like giving us likes and subscribes and things here on Twitch and other places, Spotify, the only way he can grow is if people like his songs, and his songs are worth listening to. Right now you're listening to his music. Everything that's in the background is a song from one of his albums. So no, he does not sponsor me. He's just a dear friend. And he also is the one who wrote the horrible Toast song that if you pay $100 you get to hear. I'm not playing it otherwise. He also wrote Dustiria when my streams are scuffed. And he also wrote Fall Into Place, which is our Dustiria theme song. Just because he just loves me. Nobody has ever exchanged hands. And it's not going to. Because, he's just a dear friend. And I try to support him in any way I can. What's the matter? So far. But I think it's starting to look like a pigeon. Yes, he is. Gothic says in Germany, the pigeons are green necks. Isn't that cool? I told him I want to see it, but I don't know if he's going to send me a picture of one. Hey Zed, what color necks are on your pigeons where you are? Because mine are purple, teal, and pink. I don't know what color Zed's got. Because it's always fascinating to see how pigeons are. They look the same, but yet they look so different. This in over here. Bring this here. I'm actually making a lot of headway on this guy, more than I usually do. So you guys are inspiring me over here. This format might work, TJ. You and I just talking and answering questions for chat.
Yeah.
Talking about our weekends. Kind of sad I don't have a Monday paint stream after the Fairy Festival, but I can always tell people about that on the Monday night Baldur's Gate. Or save it for another paint stream. Here's hoping. Good weather Sunday. I need good weather Sunday. Yes, it's Sunday. Do not be a mud fest. Do not have a storm. Want nice weather. What's the matter, Cinder? What? I'm painting. You know you can't be here when I'm painting. Okay, I'll pet your head. There. I found Cinder.
Found Cinder.
Cinder. They don't like it when I'm painting. The only time they're not all out of my lap is when I'm painting, because cat hair and paint don't mix. I remember when I was little and I was still running my business, Grumpy Dwarf Forge. I was painting a longsword, and I had it across the table, but there was, there was space between the table and my lap, and he came up. He had to be maybe, this big. He was tiny. And he went across the back and then ran off. And I look over, and his back is silver striped. So then it was chase the little kitten down so I can get the kitten washed. It took a lot of training to get him to not jump on my lap when I'm painting. But we got there. Because he likes when I stream and stuff, he can be on my lap, you know, no problem. When I'm writing with TJ, he definitely gets in the way. There's a reason why book 1 they actually have a credit for the cats, because they were definitely interesting when I was writing with TJ.
Uh-huh.
The nice thing about this new chair that I have, well, it's not new. I've had it now, what, 4 months? The cats don't jump on the back of it like they did the old one, so I don't have to worry about them, you know, laying on my head anymore. Over here. He's going to start getting the feathers. But this is definitely a burb.
A burb.
Oh, right now that speaking of fall into place, the song playing in the background right now is the Dustiria theme song, so enjoy that. Spotify pulled it up.
What's meant for us will be found, and what was never meant, we'll let it unwind.
I do like this.
There's no shelter while we're tumbling. Hold on tight as we're landing. Strength to those who stand by us.
How's your hand?
Doing fine.
I'm just praying it'll all
I'm just trying to decide if we should stop at 2 hours or 3 hours because the hand is doing fine right now.
I would still say 2 hours only because you'll need it for games.
Yeah, I got Baldur's Gate 3 tonight. That is a good point. And we have Dragon subbing in because remember that storm I mentioned? That flooded poor Lavish out of his bedroom. He has no place to be right now, so he can't stream with us today.
That's not good.
No. So Dragon is going to step in and fill in for Lavish while Lavish is trying to basically fix where he sleeps. He's not happy about that because right now we're at the rats and he really wanted to deal with the rats because, you know, his character likes to punt rats. But unfortunately, the weather is going to keep him from being with us.
There's no shelter while we're tumbling. Hold on tight as we're landing. Straight to those who stand by.
Their home's by one of the creeks, or creeks, how you want to say it. And when the river goes, you know, rises, so does the creek, and it floods them.
They may not fit. I'll focus on my path and let go of it.
One of the advantages I have to where I live, I am on a hill, so when the roads get flooded lower, my house is still going to be okay. My apartment and being on the second floor also helps. If the second floor is flooded, something went really wrong.
As we're landing, straight to those who stand by us, falling into a brighter future. I'm just praying.
I am glad we splurged on a fan though, because the fan is definitely keeping me cooler. Got one of those newfangled thin, tall fans. Because it was on sale. It was cheaper than this old style fan, and turns out these things put out air way better. I never saw such a thing. He pulls out of the box and he's got it rotating and he's got it 8 different speeds and he's doing all with a remote. Why is there a remote for fans? It's just weird. Not used to technologies. Everything's got a remote now. But this one doesn't have an app, at least. The idea that the light bulbs, when I first set up the office for Rob in our bedroom, Corey sent some light bulbs and a lamp, and they're programmable. It's like, what? So Rob has an app on his phone to control his light at work. It's very weird. There shouldn't be an app for phones, or for light bulbs. That's just going too far. It's a light, for God's sakes. Now I'm showing my age.
Yes.
Just this simple truth, figure it out. No shadows fall, no weight to bear. Just a soft glow filling the air. It's where I want to be.
These definitely look better. I think I need some lighter gray on the front though. So let's get some white.
Like a blank page waiting to be found. It's the silence after the storm has passed. A quiet place where I can breathe at last.
Which is over here.
It's the light that lives inside.
I love it. So many people have donated to my art streams by giving me paints and stuff that as I work, I immediately go, Cat got me that. TJ got me that. I feel like I'm working with my friends. So cool.
Uh-oh, the Pokemon already escaped.
I know, I missed it. Not enough white. There's my titanium. There's my titanium.
After the storm has passed, a quiet place where I can breathe at last. White, pure and free. It's the light that lives inside of me.
But you didn't tell me to hit the button. I'm gonna blame you for that one.
What button?
Pokemon button.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I was doing something
Escaped.
else.
Because, yeah, I know. I expect you to do something else because unlike the other streams where you play games of it, you're just talking to me to make sure that I have someone to talk to. And I appreciate you. And to make sure that nobody does anything bad in chat, which my people don't, but there are bad bots out there. You keep me safe and keep me focused. Oh, neat. Lemons is actually awake and it's not even 11 o'clock. Wow.
Sitting on the front porch, Mom lights up a cigarette.
Yeah, they had to close school today. This is the Regents week. So any kid that was taking their Regents today doesn't have to take their Regents exam. They just get whatever their grade was for the year, thanks to the storm. And of course, Lemons doesn't get to benefit out of that one because their Regents were last week. So they're done. Now we just wait for the grades to come in.
Sitting on Mom's front porch, she lights up one more cigarette, making sure those memories.
I'm sure they did well.
All those times
They were studying so hard.
Forget.
That's looking way better. A little bit more white on the top, I think.
How she got dad, she laughs. She took a lighter to his newspaper to get the attention she
Give everybody a look at my head. There we go. I phrased that one properly, TG. Can't yell at me.
Oh, the sunlight is dimming, sitting on Norm's front porch. She lights up one more cigarette, making sure her story's at soon. I tell you what, it never gets old.
There we go. It's starting to look right. Let's see. I should sit up better though. You guys haven't posture checked me in a while. I'm surprised. You guys will let me slouch and do bad things?
No, that's because you can't really actually do bad posture in that chair. You've tried.
I've learned how. Like right now, I'm sitting crisscross applesauce.
shouldn't say that because I'll just do the posture check.
I figured out how to sit comfortably. My version of comfortably. I can't put my leg over the arm and put it across anymore because it's too high. So the really bad shrimping I cannot do anymore. Like, you know, I would sit sideways and drape my legs over and stuff. Can't do that. Curse of actually measuring myself and finding a chair that's made for petite people. But it also means it's not comfortable for Rob to sit in. TJ, can you snooze ads so we don't go into ads when we go to raid?
No, I can't. I'm not on my phone. I mean, I'm not on my computer. I'm on my iPad. I'm on my iPad. I don't get that. Corey!
There's Corey. Corey, snooze the ads. Snooze the ads.
No, us both yelling at Corey to do it.
Corey, snooze the ads. Thank you. Perfect timing. And we'll do the Bean Boozled.
You've been being
We've been
He barely woke up for that.
I know. Poor Corey gets yelled at as soon as he's here. Hey, Corey, I was just telling people about your new single. We did the music thing. Talking about the music in the background is you. Okay. This is either peach or barf. I don't know what this is.
Barf. Barf. Barf.
I think this is boba tea, but I'm not sure. That's barf. Shit. Oh. Thank you for the bits. Which barf mixed with a bad boba tea flavor. Oh, God. Why would you hydrate me? I thought we were friends.
I did
Yeah,
it before Corey
that's what,
did, so.
that's what I was telling him, Corey, about the music.
Oh,
Unfortunately, the first 30 minutes didn't have your music because Body Sky screwed up on me. So I gotta find a way to quickly edit the VOD. But...
Push your button.
Thank goodness for your permanent patties. That fixes the barf. How are we doing with today's? So I got 7 days to get my goals.
You have 3 left.
I need 3 subs and a whole bunch of bits. But I'm doing well. Like 6 streams. This is stream 1 this week. Clearly that's a bird.
Dusty, don't forget to push your pokey catch thing.
I got it. There it goes. Ah. Yeah, it's... My hand's a little sore. I did move some stuff I shouldn't have, trying to help out with the storm damage, so... It's probably a good place to try to figure out where to raid to. Where is my phone? Ah. But you guys like the start of the bird? You like how it... You got to see how the background and everything this time? Okay, who is live? Let's look at the magic box of butterflies. Okay. Twitch would load, it'd be good. Come on. I'm sorry, it's taking so long. It literally is just a big purple block. See, it's just kind of hard to raid someone if you can't see anything. Let's see. Come on, phone. I will say, ever since the storm yesterday, everything seems to be a bit slow. Let's see. Who do I have that's doing art right now? Because, you know, art. Oh, we can raid Al. I didn't have to wait to load if Al's on still. Yeah, because Al's on. Man. So we can show Al some love. Let's do that. Can we type raid? No, we cannot. Okay. Raid. Witch. Among the flowers. she's not an ad. Okay, did I do that right? Raid created. Okay, thank you guys for the first Dustiria art with TJ happy with me. We'll be doing this every other Monday.
Yep.
And so next stream is 6 p.m. tonight, Baldur's Gate 3 with Toast Crew. And I appreciate you guys being here so much, because this stream here I know is different from everything I do. But without the art streams, I wouldn't be able to have my creative, and because I need someone to talk to when I paint. TJ knows this. So
TJ does know that.
So I appreciate all of you, and TJ especially, for being here with me. See you tonight, and look for your glimmers. They're there, I promise. Bye, everyone.
Bye.